Well, hello from Chicago, where spring has sprung at least this week. We don't get our hopes up, but we are celebrating. It's Wednesday Wine with Ana Belaval, live from Chicago, Illinois. I have my Prosecco ready because I'm celebrating the semi-arrival of spring. I'm celebrating that my son turned 8 and that the stand-up show was a success. Thank you to everyone who connected to Keep It Real with Ana Belaval last Saturday. If you couldn't make it, I have great news for you. You'll have another chance to watch it. I'll tell you later when. But I want to thank everyone. Listen, over 458 tickets sold, and so many people were able to connect. And your messages of encouragement were wonderful before, during, and after. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be on the chat. One of these days we'll do another show where we can be completely interactive, but I wanted you to not have to rely on my awful Wi-Fi. So I wanted you to have you the best experience possible in this situation. So I am so happy that you made it. Hi, Patty. Hi, Hector. And hi, Tracy. Bada Bing Wings. Listen, your name just makes me happy. Bada Bing Wings. Great show, Anna. Comedy was awesome. Happy birthday to your son. Thank you. Hi, Maria. Hi. Oh, Erin, I went all spring with my earrings and my lipstick. This is a shocking pink from the great Bobby Brown. I'll tell you the color later. And these earrings, I think I bought on a sale in the J. Crew because I don't buy full price at the J. Crew. The J. Crew. Hi, Mirta. I am so happy. Hi, Kenneth. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And if you were there on Saturday enjoying the show, thank you for your support, for being there. And also, if you weren't able to make it, you have another opportunity to watch a show, and whenever we're ready with that, I'll give you the information. Okay, it's spring. In Chicago, it's kind of spring, so a lot of you, let me know, give it to me with likes or whatever, how many of you feel like cleaning and organizing? I know that we had like different stages during the pandemic. When this hit in March, it was kind of spring, so we cleaned and organized. And then when this got prolonged, we said, forget it. This is survival mode. I am not cleaning one more thing. I'm not organizing my one shelf. The kids can put whatever they want wherever they want it. And now, all of a sudden, you're like, you know what? I feel that itch to clean again. Summer's coming, we're switching wardrobes, we're reorganizing. And whenever I think of organizing, I think of my friend Sanem D'Angelo. Why? Because Sanem lives in a very organized home with 3 men. Her husband and her 2 boys. And she doesn't sacrifice style for organizing, which I love, but she also understands the limitations of her friends who try to be organized but do not have the genetic makeup to do that. So I told Sanem, I want you to join in on the Wednesday Wine fun and show people all those little gadgets that you find at the Container Store, at the Target, at the Amazon, that maybe are not meant for organizing, but you have figured it out so that we can survive. Like, how many of you who are listening to me are super organized, right? And with the lifestyle we lead, if I turned this camera around, you'd cry. I know Sanem would cry, right? So I think that I want her to join me. She is now the organized stylist so that she can talk to me about living an organized life within our means and within our limitations. Hi, sweetie.
Hey, babe. How are you?
Cheers.
Cheers. Let me get my glass of wine. Did I tell you? I just have to warn you. I have to sip this and drink this very slowly because I'm a one-can Sam.
I had never heard of one-can Sam.
Yeah, you know what? I inherited that when I was in college. My friends were like, "Wait a minute, what? You're like ready? What's going on here?" I'm like, "That's it. I'm done after one drink." They're like, "Sanem, you can't hang with us. This is crazy."
So you're the
Oh,
girl
yeah.
who's always like, no, I'm fine. And you keep putting ice in the drink so it looks like you're
Oh,
doing something?
yes, and watering the drink down because I can't drink like more than two. Oh my gosh. If I drank as much as my college girlfriends did, you'd have to admit me into the hospital. It would not be
I,
good. No, no.
People are shocked because the reaction I have to alcohol is relaxation and sleep.
Get out.
I'm no fun at all.
You know what? We're like two peas in a pod because,
Yeah.
I like mellow out and I
Yeah.
want to find like a cozy spot and just kind of like sit there and chill.
By yourself, quiet,
Oh my
contemplating.
gosh.
All right. So, what has happened to you during this pandemic when it comes to business? Because I met you as a fashion stylist. You have been my stylist forever. And you've also organized my home as much as that anal retentive husband I have lets you. So you've organized my side because he needs no help. You've organized me. But the last time I checked on you, you were styling fashion. And then the pandemic hit and you become the organized stylist. Tell me a little bit about that journey and that pivot, if you will.
Yes, Anna. So the pivot, it really couldn't have happened at a better time, Anna. Seriously, I couldn't have planned it any better within my business plan. So, yes, I was a wardrobe stylist for a decade. And with that, I owned a brick and mortar women's clothing boutique in downtown Oak Park. And I would say towards the beginning, middle of 2019, I just felt my heart being tugged in a different way. I was just like, still really passionate about what I was doing, but my heart and my mind were like, Sanem, there's something else calling you. What is it? Let's go. And I really think interiors was like, it comes second nature to me. It's tactile, it's still style, it's still design. And so I just went with it. I didn't even have a business plan, to be honest with you, Anna. I just really followed my heart and my gut. So I didn't re-sign my lease at the end of 2019. And I mean, who would have thought we were going to be living in a pandemic come March 2020? So obviously the pandemic put a halt on, my business since everyone had to stay at home and quarantine. But after things got lifted and we were able to be out and about a little bit more, and I was able to travel into people's homes, they were calling me and desperately asking and searching for a decluttered life, a life that allowed them to have things have a place in their home. And that is what I'm here for. I mean, I get so fulfilled when
It's
no, hon,
it's
don't
like
laugh
seeing
at
her in
me.
a zone.
So,
It's like seeing her in a zone.
it really
It's like
it's
seeing her in a
so
zone.
oh my gosh. And you see it and you're even like, Sanem, can you hear me? Because you look like you're in a zone. I am in a zone. It
No, and she gets she gets upset that you're living like that. She doesn't get mad at you, but
not
she
you,
gets,
you.
no, you don't get mad. You get like, no, there's no need to
but
live
hon,
like this.
No, there isn't. And I always tell my clients, you don't have to sacrifice style for function. You can have both. It truly is a matter of spending some extra time in really evaluating your space, evaluating your needs, and then think, is this really going to fit my lifestyle? Like what I'm about to do to the house or in this room, is it going to work for me? Because we see in magazines, we see on TV shows, on social media, all these different ways that we can live life aesthetically within our homes. Like our living room should be designed like this, and you should have this furniture to be organized in this way. But that stuff doesn't always work for everyone. So it's really about what works for you. And what I was going to say a minute ago, I get so fulfilled, Anna, when I help someone live a better life. Like it truly is so gratifying and fulfilling. And I say a better life because when you live an organized life, you do live a better life. You're not flustered. You don't get stressed out because you can't find something and you thought it was here, but it's not there. And then you look in another spot. You don't have to live like that.
Can you
Everything
relate,
has
guys?
a home.
Can you
Yeah,
relate,
where-
guys? Everything has a home, she says, because
really does.
that's what I keep telling my family. Everything in this place has a home. Please don't put your coats on every chair. Please don't put your crap on every surface. That doesn't work with the people I live with, but they call me the hurricane, and once a week I go nuts and like and I get satisfaction from being able to throw things in the correct bins. So I would say, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, when you were mentioning that, like your hurricane, it just, I think we all live in our own sort of hurricane. There's different levels to it, right? And it's really, Anna, it is about creating new habits in the end that just become a part of your routine.
Yeah, the problem
Right?
is that she ends up in your conscience, right? So I've lived my life the last 10 years. What would Sanem say? I'm not kidding. I do that with my wardrobe, and I do that with how I'm organizing things, right? So I like my friends to be very aware of who I am. So my trainer cannot yell at me, cannot give me like spiritual babble. She has to understand my limitations. She can't make me jump rope because it's embarrassing for her and I. And Sanem cannot expect me to show up every morning and put the things in, like I cannot fold sweaters perfectly and put them card cataloged. She knows I can't.
And I know that, right.
And so her first advice to me was like, buy a little bin and throw your panties in there. She was like, don't fold them. Please don't, no, Lola, you don't have to throw it all away, Lola. What room do you need help with? Just tell Sanem and take a deep breath.
Oh
no,
my
no,
gosh,
no.
I got you, Lola. Don't be frustrated. See? Oh my gosh.
I tried, but every time I look through stuff, I put it back. No. You have to, I would say the best advice is to pick a room. Mira,
You have to.
look at Mary
you gotta
Bowenton.
work-
Sanem helped me organize my pantry and bathroom after we did the whole segment.
Oh,
When we did that
oh,
segment,
Mary, I miss you so much.
and Mary lives with a man. That husband of hers is not going to put things in like the size of bottles, like small to big.
I know. So, oh my gosh, there's so much we can talk about today, hon. And I know there's only a certain amount of time to talk about it, but I think that's so interesting you brought that up, Anna, in regards to like our partners or who we live with and how they live. I do have to say, you gotta kind of set these expectations throughout the house and throughout your spaces. Honey, don't laugh, but I'm being so serious.
No, because I know your husband, and your husband knew when he started dating you that he better be organized or he wasn't going to marry you.
Yeah, he was like, all right, I gotta get my shit in order.
But
here.
if somebody is not Mike D'Angelo, if somebody's not Mikey, who knows where his bread is buttered, and why don't we start with one room? Let's start with the kitchen.
Anna, I just lost you, honey. Hang on 1 second.
I do hear you, though. Go put those things on.
You know what? Let me switch my AirPods. I knew this battery would die soon.
Yeah, I hear you. I still hear you.
I am coming, my dear.
So
You
I'm
got me,
thinking,
babe?
can you hear me? I got you.
I got you. Sorry about that.
So,
I
I'm
do
thinking.
have to, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before, I don't want to upset my hubby, okay? We're not going to do that. So, we got to rewind for a second. I got to tell you, in all honesty, babe, and transparency, Mike was somewhat neat.
I know,
But
that's
when
what I'm saying.
Okay, but when I entered his life, I mean, his
No.
neatness went up to another level.
No,
But-
they are two peas in a pod. They can handle each other. And the boys have that genetic makeup. But for the rest of you and me that don't, we're going to start with the kitchen. And what's the cool thing about Sanem is that Sanem will find you bins, envelopes, things that you can just throw your crap in and it'll look organized. So let's start with the kitchen.
We're going to start with the kitchen. So my friends who are with Anna and I right now, clear bins with handles is going to be your best friend. Okay? So I want to give you guys a few examples. Under the sink, your cleaning supply essentials, right? At least under my sink, that's what I have. And I want to show you, and you know what? I'm going to take Anna's words and I'm going to say, I'm keeping it real. Look at this.
Yes.
Here's this bin.
Okay.
Here we go. Clear bin
Yep.
with a handle. Okay. And I have my dish soap. I have extra sponges. God forbid, in case of a fire, I have my.
Oh, we have that.
Okay. And then I have 2 cleaning supplies, my Glass Plus and my Lysol. So the reason why I have these, Anna, under the sink is because you better believe after every meal, I clean the kitchen. So why are you laughing?
Because you and I, my amiga que me escuchas, friend that's listening to me,
Oh my
you and
gosh.
I barely wash the dishes. This one is like,
Oh my gosh, stop.
that's
I
her
am
favorite sound.
everywhere. Oh my gosh.
But
hysterical.
why clear bins with handles? Why do you like those?
Well, clear bins, one, because they're translucent. You can see everything that's inside. So, I mean, actually, you guys, clear bins for like almost
Everything.
every space is great.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I have them
Translucent,
everywhere.
You can see it. So exactly what you need, you can see it, you know where it is. And with the handle, easy access. It is so, it's so easy. It's so practical.
And this is also, Sanem, when you were saying we're moving on to the fridge at some point, but when you put them in these bins, you're not moving them individually. They're not falling like dominoes, which is how I lived for a long time before I met my husband. It's just more mess. If they are, right, if they are
Compact.
contained, you don't have that mess under the sink, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's another reason, why the baskets are so great, because everything is together.
Yeah.
You
So
see that?
listen, lazy llama. My hubby's a plumber. He has tools everywhere. Then if you put them away, where did you put my tools that were on the floor in the kitchen?
Oh my gosh.
We need to get him a bin.
hysterical.
We need to get him a bin.
Yeah. Oh wait, my hubby is. Yeah, we need to get him some toolbox. Yeah.
Toolbox.
I mean, I'm sure he
Clear.
has one.
A
but-
clear.
Oh, see? Or if I put them away. So see the expectations throughout the house. So where do the plumbing tools go? Where they came from is where they go back, right? Oh my gosh, I don't want her to. How do I say her name?
Lazy llama. That's just her handle
Oh, that's her handle
on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, lazy llama, I get it. Sometimes I pick up the kid stuff too, and I just put it where I see fit. But then it's like, they come back to me, Mom, where did you put my Ninja Turtles? It's like, I don't want to hear it, honey. Go find it. Go on a scavenger hunt and look for it for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They never find anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we moving to pantry or fridge? What do you want to do next?
Let's do pantry. So
Okay.
I'm still going to talk about the clear bins super quick
Yes.
while we're on the topic of it. So this clear bin has a divider. Okay. As you can see, it's clear once again. It has a handle that's a little different.
I have that in my pantry.
Okay. But my friends, there is a divider right in the center of this. Do you see that?
I see it right there.
So for those of you who know me, Anna, you know I love salads. I'm like a salad queen. One side is vinegar, one side is oil. So another reason why clear bins with dividers are so great is because you can compartmentalize the things that you have. So in this case, it's perfect. It's like, I go in the pantry, I want to make my own salad dressing. I know exactly where to go, and I know exactly where to pull my things from. You got me? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I'll put in the description of this video, I'll put links to those bins so that you guys
Okay.
can purchase them.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
Another tip for the pantry. When is the last time you went through all of your canned goods and checked the dates?
3 weeks ago.
Oh, good for you. Okay.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's a man I live with.
So, you know what? For our friends watching, I want to challenge you. Go into your pantry and do a spring edit. Go out and, go in your pantry and take everything out. That's just it. I need a real place for the things. Look at Lola. I mean, how awesome is she? Everything is currently homeless. See? I love it. You know that some of the things don't have a home, Lola. So, yes, you are going to create homes for your things.
Create home for your thing, buy your bins.
Yeah. So, in regards to the pantry, Anna, and the canned goods, take everything out. And it's not just about going through the dates and making sure everything in there is fresh and up to date and not expired. But it'll be a good excuse for you to clean out your pantry. Like physically, get a rag,
Especially
wet it a little
because,
bit.
especially because we bought so much during the pandemic,
Oh,
during quarantine,
insane.
because it felt like the
Yes.
world was going to end. And now we have
Yes.
things that are, like my father likes to say, past due.
What expired?
Past due. Past due.
Past due.
Eso está past due. What,
Oh my
Papi?
gosh, wait.
Past due.
Oh my gosh. Your Poppy. I love him. That is hysterical. So yeah, and then that may even force you to switch your meal prep a little bit. Maybe you were planning on, I don't know, making a certain dish, and then after you went through your pantry and you're noticing that you have some expired dates approaching, don't waste your food. Plan your meal prep around what is about to expire so you can use it and it's out of the way and you make room for the new. The other thing that I wanted to mention too about the pantry, babe, is you hit the nail on the head. With this pandemic, we've been buying so much back stock, right?
Yeah.
We're buying bulk. So my tip to you is the food that you have in your pantry or even your fridge before you go shopping, pull it up to the front. So after you come home with your canned goods, I mean, your milk, your yogurts, whatever it may be, you put those items in the back. You got me? Okay, perfect.
No, I laugh because you could have married Steve. That's what my husband does.
Gosh.
And I'm clueless, Sanem. I am
See,
clueless.
honey, Steve can be with us on this show. This is perfect.
I'm here for entertainment purposes only. That man puts the milk that we just bought in the back, and I'm like, hey!
Oh
because
my
my mother
gosh.
would tell you I grew up with a fairy godmother, which was my mother who did all that.
Oh my gosh. But
All right.
really, I think that's a good tip too, though. Don't you think? Let's not be wasteful. Let's
Nope.
use everything that we have in the pantry and the fridge. When you go grocery shopping, you take that stuff and put it in the back and move what you already had in the pantry and in the fridge forward.
Okay.
So nothing goes to waste.
Yes. What's next?
What's next? Oh, speaking of fridge. So
Okay.
I'm just giving you guys yogurt as an example because
Oh, I love this. I love this.
So I make yogurt bowls for myself every morning, and so does my husband. But who on God's earth can read? No, I mean, who can read this expiration date when you open the fridge? And this is crazy. So what I do is grab a Sharpie, and in very big, bold numbers, I write the date on the front of the container. So when I
Genius.
open the fridge, I can say, okay, here we go.
That
want
is
spoiled yogurt.
genius.
Well, I mean, thanks, babe. Thank you. So you can do the same with, I mean, the kids do drink a lot of milk, although, we finish it before its expiration date. But you know what I mean. Anything like this, date it.
The fruit, for example, we buy cut fruit.
Oh, you do?
With my 46-year-old eyes, dude, you know your friend is lazy. We buy cut fruit. I don't have time to be like, no. If the Americans sell me the fruit cut, the Americans have it there for me. And I already grew up on an island where we have to cut our own coconuts. No.
So wait a
No.
minute. Do you go through it really quickly? Like, do you ever find that it goes to waste?
Nope.
Does it spoil? Okay.
Oh, it spoils. We don't go through it quickly, Sanem. No, that's the problem. That's why
what's
we
the
buy the
problem
small
with-
containers.
Okay.
Because we would, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, sweets. Go ahead.
No, we would buy the melon and cut it, and then we would waste the whole melon because not everybody wants melon every day. And so we buy the cut one in the small container, and Steve will eat it because that week he wanted to have melon.
Well, hang on a second. I mean, do you guys make smoothies?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because another great thing you can try doing if you really do buy the whole fruit is you cut half, prep it for yourself for the week, but then the other half, you can still cut it into pieces.
And freeze
Put
it.
it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it.
Okay.
Use it for your smoothies. What's wrong?
No, nothing. Now I want you to show that bin because there's one thing I do. This is how we hang out too. Okay, what's
it really
going on?
is. This is
And I
amazing.
think instead of Turkish, I think she's Puerto Rican, and I speak to her in Spanish, and
Oh
she
my
doesn't
God.
understand.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay.
hon, please, I can't understand what you're
I
saying.
do that to my Turkish friends all the time. Okay,
my
so
Which one do you want to see, love? Oh,
I
shallow
want to
bin?
see the bin because
The
I'm
The
going to
shallow
love
one,
this.
right?
Oh my God. Every time I go into that refrigerator to find something, I have to take out every bottle to get to my almond milk because I use my almond milk in the weekend. So
Okay.
you have
Oh
a
my
solution.
gosh. You crack me up. Okay, wait. I just saw Rita's comment.
Yogurt
come in.
expiration date, great tip.
Expiration. Oh, thank you, Rita. I'm so glad you're going to find that helpful. So, you guys, before I show you this super quick, there are certain ways you should organize your fridge.
Yes,
And-
this is so nerd of her. Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
This rule, it truly does not apply to me, but usually, like, the organizers in the door are so great for condiments.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You open and close the fridge door constantly, and those things that are in the fridge door really get exposed to the room temperature. And I get it. It's like we're opening and closing the door so quick. I know that, like, for example, if you put milk in the fridge door, like, it's not going to spoil, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So
She
here.
organizes, listen, I'm going to say what she does. She organizes her fridge by how cold the items should be. So if you want your beer nice and cold, you put it in the back. And if there are things like maybe your peppers or whatever that don't need to stay super chilly, you put them in the front, right?
I love it. Yes, babe. Yes. You're so good. So I love these bins. And you guys, like I said, I'm keeping it real with you. These are everything that I'm showing you, it's in my home. I'm using it. So maybe you can apply it to your life. But these shallow bins, I found these at the Container Store. They have a little lip, not necessarily a handle, but a lip. See it right here? I have my finger on it. I put these in the fridge on the bottom shelf, and I put my condiments in them. The reason why I do that is because Sanem D'Angelo, this household, we love condiments from, artichoke and olive paste to pickles to different types of jardiniere. I mean, seriously, I have 4 jars of jardiniere here. Is that necessary? No. But do I eat it all? Yes.
Yes.
So, the reason why I show this is because this is a great organizing solution to use in the fridge. I mean, even the fridge can be organized. And I get that they sell organizers for your fruit, your vegetables rather. I am not a fan of that, but if that works for you, then do it. That is great.
What do you do?
I leave them in the containers from the store.
Yeah.
I do. And really, we do go through our produce very quickly, but there may be times where we don't go through it as quick. And I found when I washed it and cut it and then put it in the fridge, it didn't last as long.
Same here.
Yes. Yeah.
Same here.
So, you know what, too, Anna, the other thing, like, again, if it works for you, that is great. I want you to keep doing it. But in regards to some of these bins that, are advertised and marketed as a strawberry holder or hold your blueberries in here or the egg holder, I'm just like, oh my gosh, we have like 2 cartons of eggs. So what am I going to do? Go and buy 2 or 4 plastic bins to hold my eggs? That's just crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, you do what works for you. And don't fall into the marketing trap of these.
Agreed.
Of
Agreed.
these,
All right.
you know what I mean?
Organizing kid stuff.
Organizing kid stuff. Let's do it, babe. First thing I'm going to show you guys is my floating basket.
I love this.
Oh my gosh, it is
I
a
love
game changer. Hang on, it's a little further away. Hang on 1 second.
Natalie, what do you mean by your counters look like we just moved in? Because you have everything on your counters? No. Yeah, I know. That's how
Wait, what did Natalie say?
Natalie goes, you're not alone. My counters look like we just moved in.
Oh my gosh, wait, Natalie, what is on them? Let me help you, my dear. Wait, no, you're not alone. My counters look like, yeah, Nat, it doesn't need to look like that, sweets. Really, Come at me with questions, friends. I want to help you with your organizing needs. So where are my mamas at? Because
Yes, here.
it's all bullshit. The bins were,
That was Mary, of course.
oh my gosh. So here, guys, I know
Ooh, I
this is
love
kind
this.
of big, but I got to show this to you.
I
Here.
love this.
See this bin?
I love that.
Here we go.
Look at the
And then
size of
see-
that thing.
Okay. But see how decorative and cute it is? It's stylish and functional. Okay. It's where style meets function. Mamas, I call it my floating basket, and it lives in the living room because of this. My boys, Luke and Henry, will bring their toys from the playroom or their bedroom down into the living room to play. But guess what? When they're done playing, I want my adult space back. So I came up with the floating basket so that if the kids do not have time to clean up their things, they put it in the floating basket. Their toys are hidden and concealed in this cute basket. I'd rather see this basket than their toys. I put it in the corner of the room, and I tell them, tomorrow, we're going to find time during the day. You're going to take this floating basket and float it upstairs, and you're going to put your things away. And that's it.
And they're saints. Those boys are saints.
There you, oh my gosh, my love, they're my heart.
Good. They are so good.
So that's, I
Mira.
think that's a really useful tip.
LaShandra, my kids' toys drive me crazy all around the house. Throw them
Wait.
all in a floating basket.
Yeah, LaShandra, please get a floating basket for your living room. I got this one from the Container Store. I mean, I'm sure you can go on Amazon and find one on Prime, get it sent to the house ASAP by tomorrow, and you could start there. What's your
Cecilia, look at Cecilia's question. I love this. We're going back to the pantry, but I want you to answer that quickly.
Okay, wait. How do you organize a shelf?
A shelved pantry.
What do you do with pots and pans? That's a great question. So they're big and bulky. I do not believe in buying these pot dividers and lid dividers and organizers. I think they just get in the way and make organizing the pots and pans so cumbersome, Cecilia. So if you can you stack them inside of one another? Would that work for you? And then in regards to the tops, the lids, maybe we can find you not a basket, but a bin that can go on the shelf next to the pots, and we could put the lids inside of that. So they're confined and contained. Try that,
right.
sweets. Let me know if that works.
Look at that one.
Help, I have 2 teens at home. How can I help them keep their rooms clean? I mean,
Close the door.
Mama.
Let them live in their own filth.
Oh my gosh, Anna, I can't with you. You crack me up. I mean, babe, you got to have a talk with them. I told Anna in the beginning of this. No, I mean, in all seriousness, babe, I mean, we have to set expectations where everyone is on the same page, right? So I think that's where we start off. And then, so 2 teens. Okay, so is it that they're not putting their clothes away, hon? Or, I don't know.
All right,
like,
you
what else
answer
is
that,
there?
and Cecilia's back. She can't stack them because they're cast iron, stainless, and anodized.
Okay. I have 3 sets because I cook a lot. Oh, Cecilia. Okay, so I cook a lot too. How can I help you with this? So I know it's going to take up a lot of space, but then maybe we need to compartmentalize the pots and pans based on their material. And, do you have maybe 2 shelves you can spare and you can organize them on each shelf side by side? Oh,
And maybe make
I
them.
have another idea.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, Anna,
Here we
let me
go.
get it from the kitchen. Hang on 1 second.
Okay,
Hang on one
got
second.
it. Okay, Gus, I see you. You said it's closed. I'll let you know. And Patty, I know that you just said, and I like these, that your pans are to put the lids inside. That's great, and you can stack them. I like that. Clean clothes never make the dresser and closet. Girl, I love this comment. Get them out of the house. Get them to move out at 18. That my mother would close the door on us. Okay, what's going on here? Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, what did Natalie say? I love this. The
She got
comments
him
are
to
coming
move
in.
at 18. She had to move it out at 18. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So wait, it was Cecilia that was asking
Yep.
about the pots and pans, hon?
Uh-huh.
So Cecilia, I cook a lot too, hon, and I have to be honest, I don't have this like super large size kitchen. I would say it's a decent size. When I design the kitchen, I do have to say that instead of designing cabinets with shelves, I did as many pullouts in the design as possible because I just think it's so much more functional for me. But I have to show you this. So here is a perfect example of how I did stack
Cast iron.
Teflon.
Teflon.
My Teflon pans.
Yeah.
So I don't ruin the integrity of the material. I actually found these at Bed Bath Beyond. They're actually, I think they marketed them as cabinet liners.
They do.
So I cut these, Cecilia, and I put them on top of each other before I stacked my pots and my pans, so that I can protect the material. So I don't know if maybe that's something that you can try doing with each.
That's what Jocelyn recommended, to put paper in between them. But what you have is even better because I own those liners and they are padded. So they protect it.
You got it. You got it, babe. So these are definitely going to protect the pots and pans better than paper, but whatever works for you. Yeah, might not have put paper plates in between. Oh my gosh, yeah, the paper plate.
Yep.
That's a great idea too.
All right, she's back. Clean clothes never make the dresser and closet from those teen boys. You just wait, Sanem. You just wait.
Oh, no,
You're going to send them over to my house.
Oh my gosh, I will not. I mean, hon, so Henry is 4, Luke is 8. Listen, we all have our days where we take our clothes off and just put it on the floor. But for the most part, I am not walking into my room and stepping over my clothes. That's not happening. So for the mom, is it Gigas?
Gigas Zagala, yeah.
Zagala. So, hon, if your boys choose to live in a mess and as slobs, that's on them, right, Mama? But I know it's driving you crazy. So maybe there's some sort of consequences they have to suffer. Be like, babe, come on.
Listen, here's the therapist. Here's
well,
the
sometimes, Anna, I feel like I am. I'm telling you, Mama, I'm telling you, Gigas, it's all about setting the expectations. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we're keeping it real, right, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
Let's use this analogy. Gigas, I'm serious, Mama. Hear me out. And if this, oh my God, shit. No, but listen, clean clothes never make the dresser or closet. So what? You're not going to eat where you shit.
I told you could say that word.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Oh my God. Hon, that is a perfect example. Seriously. And I think as a teen, if you approach it like that and be like, hon, seriously, look around. Is this really how you choose to live? If we had friends come over, do you really want to bring your friends into your room looking like this? It's great to have some standards set.
Yes. And again, close the door. Close the door. My mom, who is as organized as Sanem, would close the door on us in the weekends. That's when she let us be messy, and she would just close the door so she didn't have to see it. I like this. Yeah.
Oh,
I like the
really
suggestion.
Quick.
Yes, go ahead, sweetheart.
Anna, real quick, can I mention this, hon? I always tell my clients, the more you tidy up after yourself, the less you will clean.
What do you mean?
Did you hear me?
No, I didn't understand it.
Oh my gosh, the more you tidy up, the less you will clean. Right?
Oh, totally.
So if you tidy, yeah. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Look at this. A suggestion for storing pots and pans and lids. If you are able to, change the height of the shelves using pegs. Make the top shelf smaller so the lids can go there, and it gives it more room to stack more pots on top of each other.
I love it. Oh my gosh, Jacqueline, that is such a great tip. I love that.
And then they said that little padded thing that you and I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond, the Dollar Tree has them.
Oh my gosh, Sandy, that is perfect. Yeah, wherever you can find these, babe, grab them. I think these are great. So like I mentioned earlier, I love to cook, and I use a cutting board often. I will. So the reason actually why this square is so small is because I put it under my cutting board, so my cutting board does not slip while I cut my fruits and vegetables.
Gotcha. Okay, I want you to show that envelope that you had that you were going to show.
Oh, sure, babe. Yeah, let me grab that. So let's see, where did I put that?
It's the one that had the puzzle pieces.
So these are great for so many things, but I use these in the kids' rooms. So these are huge, oversized plastic envelopes.
With a zip top, right?
With a zip top, somewhat translucent. Again, I love being able to see your things when they're stowed away. And I put the kids' puzzle pieces in here, and even some of their board games, because, I mean, come on, those boxes take up so much space. And then the kids break the corners, and then they don't close, and then pieces go missing. So these, my friends, are so great. And then look at this. You can stack them side by side, space saving. These guys are great.
Where did you get them?
I got these at the Container Store.
Yeah. I guarantee you Amazon may have something like that. I'll help you out with a link for all of that.
Yeah, Anna's going to help you. If there's anything specific that I talked about that you want the link for, please don't hesitate to message me. But yeah, Anna can take care of that too.
And Sanem, just so you know, has a website, theorganizedstylist.com, and you can go there and hopefully, you know, she'll answer all your questions because she's very generous with her information.
Yeah, I mean, friends, if there's any way I can help you, send me an email, and you can find that on theorganizedstylist.com. My email is on my website.
And we were going to do 30 minutes, and we're up to 41. Do you have any last?
Get out.
But people have loved this, Sanem. I don't care as long as people love it.
You know what? The kids started riding their bikes the moment the weather got nice. And I do have to say this. I found this in the... how were they marketing this? So I found this little guy at the Container Store, and I think they were marketing it as like cotton balls and Q-tips storage. So, friends, look
at this thing. I love this.
Look at this. Look at how this organizer opens up. It swivels. It's on a swivel.
I don't know why I haven't bought that yet.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You didn't get this yet?
Darn it. I forgot. And that would contain the Neosporin. That would contain everything.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, oh my gosh, now that it's nice out and the kids are more, out and about more than before with the weather being so nice. Neosporin in different size Band-Aids in these guys. And I mean, I still have a first aid kit, don't get me wrong, but I have this upstairs in the linen closet. And I tell the kids, listen, if you guys hurt yourself, you get a little scrape. The Neosporin and the Band-Aids are upstairs in the linen closet in this guy. And that's it. See, again, see through, Anna.
Do they still find things, or are your children like mine that they obviously cannot find anything?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, they are 4 and 8, right? They still need their mama.
Yeah, the 52-year-old still needs guidance.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh my gosh, Anna, we always have so much fun together.
I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you can go to The Organized Stylist with my friend Sanem, and she can help you out. And you're going to see in my YouTube channel, anything I know about fashion and maximizing closets and organizing is because this woman has taught me all those tips.
Oh my gosh.
So if you need help at home, Sanem doesn't have to, she has clients that want her to overhaul the whole thing. But she also has clients like me who just need the basics, and then they can hit the ground running and work with what she's given them. So this is a great resource here in Chicago, but for everywhere and wherever you are, The Organized Stylist. My friend, I love you. Thank you so much for being with me.
Love you back, girl. Thanks so much. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight.
Bye. I love how passionate she is about organizing. When we went to her house for the morning show, we were like, oh my God, how do they live this way? But when you bring her to your home or you ask her questions, she meets you where you're at. Because if I turn this camera around, you will see that the pantry is really organized, but we have a lot of clutter on the counters and the table. And she works around that. Guys, thank you so much for all your support, for being here with me, and for being with Sanem. I will see you next Wednesday. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.